What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Sunday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt, and we are back after a disappointing day. Now, if you were with us for the live stream, you know what I told you to do for Vandy and Missouri. That was the game I was watching. It was 2.5. I told you I was going to bet it in-game, and I was going to be on the Discord channel, and I was going to tell you what number to play. We did that. We took 3.5. Vanderbilt hit a 3 at the buzzer to go to overtime, and they won the game outright. So we got there. So if you bet that with us, you went 3-3. If you didn't, you went 2-3. Kentucky got housed. That was the bad bet of the day. Georgia destroyed Texas. That was the best bet of the day. And then the day got screwed because Tennessee won by 3, didn't cover 3.5. I told you on the Discord channel chat to take money line, but it was 180, 190. It was too expensive, so I got burned on the hook. That's my fault. It would have been a winning day, pretty much. It would have flipped everything around. It would have been a winning day. It would have been much better. So the Giannis prop fell 39, which is kind of like, or 38, sorry. So it fell 38. So we wound up 2.5 points shy of the Giannis points and rebounds prop going over. But the Max Christie prop, that was our prop bet pick of the day. That was the bet of the day for the Daily Juice on the BettingPros app. That hit. So that is 10 consecutive Daily Juice BettingPros play of the day. 10. Where's the guy that said that just was a losing bet every single time? 10 in a row. Now, again, these are picks that they're grabbing from the juice at random, so it is sort of a random deal, but 10 straight is 10 straight. Can we make 11 today? I don't know. We're going to cool off eventually, but these NBA player props have been really good for us so far, and, you know, we were 17-6. We're now 18-7. Really good. 18-7 is really good. Take that every time through 25 bets. I mean, that's 100%. We're going to jump in on that. So really good stuff with NBA player props. Let me make sure that number's right. I think that number is right, but I always like to be accurate. I like to tell you guys the truth for NBA player props. 13-4. So we're going to go, 2-1, 2-1, and then 1-1. So that's 3 and so that would be what? 5, 18, and 7. Yeah, that's right. 18 and 7. Okay. So we're 18 and 7. Okay. Couple things. One, I got kind of a bigger card than normal here today. I normally don't go as big as I'm going to go here today for us, but I'm going to, it's Sunday. All right. Let's see if we can have a winning week. We're down a couple of units, I think, by my math. I think that's what we are, maybe like 1.5. So we need to have a good winning day here today. So I've got an NBA play, a college basketball play, and 3 NBA props to keep this streak going with NBA props. So I got 3 of them for you coming up here in just 1 second. And it is Sunday. So it is time for a Sunday session. I'm going to show you how I get the 3 NBA player props that we have bet here for today. I'm going to put it up on the screen, show you what the BettingPros Premium subscription, what the app looks like if you guys are interested, how I find it on the prop bet cheat sheet and the prop bet analyzer. So I'll explain here in just 1 second, but first and foremost, let me tell you about the BettingPros app. There it is. The betting systems that we will talk. I will do a Sunday session on betting systems for sure, but the BettingPros app is free to download on iOS and Android. Sportsbook Sync is there. It can automatically track your bets across all major sportsbooks in one spot. Easily monitor your bet performance by sport and bet type, including game picks, props, and parlays. Create custom betting systems to find winning trends and profitable opportunities. Get a free trial of BettingPros Premium that I'll explain more here in just 1 second by downloading the app at bettingpros.com/apps or by activating your trial on the upgrade screen through betting systems. You can find the most profitable bets, 12,000 systems and growing. You can build one if you want, or you can tail upcoming bets pretty easily. Download the BettingPros app right now and check out the betting systems. They're free to download at the iOS store or for Android. Okay, let's talk Sunday sessions here for just 1 second. So when you have a BettingPros premium subscription, you can look at the prop bet cheat sheet with the NBA and get the full. You can look at it without it, but you don't get the full complement of everything on the screen. I'm going to show you here in just 1 second what my screen looks like. Then you can sift through and you can create different parameters, which I'm going to explain here in just 1 second. And then the prop bet analyzer is a way of looking at the props, and it can tell you more in depth as to how the prop has done over the last couple of games, head to head, last 15, last 10, last 5 for what the prop has done, given the number and then the performance of the player with the NBA. Okay. So let me just explain something. Let's put this on the screen. Okay. This is the prop bet cheat sheet on your screen right now. If you are listening to this podcast, I apologize. The Sunday session really is a visual thing because I'm going to put things on the screen. So go to YouTube and watch this. Go to BettingPros Daily Juice. Go and watch this, okay? Here is what I look at. Now, if you use all the different tabs at the top, you can shift through all different things. So if you're looking at this, you have the prop number, you have the projection, you have the projection difference between what the projection is for the algorithm and then what the prop bet is, the difference. So for Josh Giddey, it's 5.8. Then the rating on the prop. Then the EV from negative 40 to positive 40% EV. Then the opponent versus the prop, how they rank. And then last 5, last 15, for this season, and then head-to-head. All of these are searchable. All of these, you can create your own standards, okay? Then you have the pick, where the number is, at what book, and the analyst, the analyzer, which is on the far right-hand corner. You click on that, it'll bring you to a separate page, which will give you more information on the said prop. Here's what I do, okay? And you can do it all different ways. I want a 5-star rating on my prop, okay? I'm always looking for 5-star. Then I'm going to the EV tab. And on the EV tab, I am making sure that the EV here is going to be high, like over 30%. The way I search through that and make sure they're over 30% EV is in the top, the next, go up one row where the filters are, and I go to the EV tab. When I put the EV tab from 1% to 40%. That's going to eliminate any negative EV bet that's on the prop bet cheat sheet. Takes them all out, okay? Then I'm going to go and look, and I put down to the differential. I want to see what the differential is. Josh Giddey, 5.5 differential. That's great. So I'm looking for the EV. Positive EV at 32 is good. I'm looking for the projection difference. I want it to be big. It is. And then I want the prop bet as to what the price of the prop bet's going to be. Then I go to the analyzer and I look at the last 5, the last 15, and the head-to-head, okay? So this is Josh Giddey. This is Tyler Hero. These are Grady Dick. Those are 3 players. There's bets coming for all 3 of them here in just 1 second. But that's how I get to this page where I start looking at my favorite bets from a prop bet perspective. Okay? So that's how I do it. You could do it on your own. You can figure it out. I'm 18-7. Okay? So it's working the way I'm doing it right now. Not to say it always will work, but right now that works. That's how it works. So if you want to do something like that, you guys can get a BettingPros premium subscription and you can go fool around, take the free trial, and you can go fool around and see what it looks like and how to move those numbers. You can have 5-star plays. You can have 4-star plays. You can have 40% positive EV. You can have something that's been hot over the last 5. Sorry on the thumbs up. But you can be hot over the last 5. It all depends on how you want to do it, okay? Entirely up to you as to how you want to build it. So I told you every Sunday we would get into different ways and different things to do with the prop bet cheat sheet. That is how I do it and how I break down how I get to the picks and the plays. You can have your own system if you would like. All right, let's get to the bets for tonight here, okay? Let's start with the prop bets that I was telling you about. Josh Giddey, okay? Points, rebounds, and assists. 35.5 is the prop bet. The projection has it going under 29.7 is the projection, okay? This has hit 100% of the time over the last 5 games. Sometimes you got to trust the math, okay? Sometimes because Josh Giddey only hit it in the previous 5 games, he's 5-0 to the over for 35.5. But before that, the previous 10 games, he only went over once. So he's been pretty hot over the last 5, but over the last 15, he has not. Head-to-head wise is why this is important. Against Indiana earlier this year on the 8th of January, Josh Giddey had the number of 26.5 was the number for points, rebounds, and assists. He had 19. That would have been way under 35.5. Indiana before that on the 6th of December last year, the prop was 24.5. It went way under 21. This is now 35.5. You might go, well, why is the number so high at 35.5? Because he keeps on going over. So the books just keep on raising it and raising it and raising it. We're at 35.5 now, and we're going to bet under. Josh Giddey for the Bulls up against the Pacers. Josh Giddey under 35.5 points, rebounds, and assists. By the way, if you don't know what team these guys are on, it doesn't really matter. Just Google it. You'll find it in 2 seconds, okay? So if I don't say the team name, don't freak out. You're going to be fine. Just Google it. You'll be good, okay? Second bet, same prop, points, rebounds, and assists for Tyler Hero. This hit 2 days ago. I told you guys to bet it, and it hit. I didn't make it official. I am making this one official, however. He got to 39. His prop was 39.5. It went just under. This is 37.5. The books are coming down a little bit, but 2 of the last 3 games, he has gone under 37.5. He's gone under his prop last 3 games for points, rebounds, and assists for Tyler Hero. Projection is 32.6. That's basically 5 difference. It's a 5-star play. You got a good defensive team in the New York Knicks. And this has gone over head-to-head wise, hasn't been great for Tyler Hero. He's gone over against the New York Knicks. Let's see. He's gone over, 1 time this year. 2 times. Yeah. Actually, you know what? He hasn't played him this year. Sorry. Those are both last year. Even better. Those are last year. Last 15, however, he's gone under 2 of the last 3 games. This is his first game against the New York Knicks defensive team. We're going to go Tyler Hero under points, rebounds, and assists for that. And finally, I'm going to give you one overplay. And we hit this, 2 days ago? We hit this with Grady Dick. We're 2-0, betting Grady Dick for his points or over. You can bet either one. Projected at 14.6 points. He scored 12 in the last game and went over the 10.5. Or you can do points, rebounds, and assists, which is what I'm going to do here. Points, rebounds, and assists over 15.5 for this. He's gone over this 80% of the last 5 games. He's gone over on this for Grady Dick, including he went way over. He had 23 against Chicago. He had 19 against Indiana. He had 18 against Boston. Didn't go over against Phoenix, but went over against Miami. 20 went way over. 4 of the last 5 games, he's gone way over this. Projection for him to go way over here on this. We're going to go Tyler Hero, points, rebounds, and assists over 15.5. So our 3 NBA player props for today in the NBA. Grady Dick, points, rebounds, assists over 15.5. Josh Giddey, points, rebounds, and assists under 35.5. Tyler Hero, points, rebounds, and assists under 37.5. 2 unders and 1 over for you guys here today. The NBA play that I'm going to jump in on is with Boston and the Denver Nuggets. Now, this was a bet. I was on Sports Grid last night working for them. I do some stuff on television stuff for Sports Grid, and there was a guest that came on. Kobe Dant came on. No. I'm forgetting who came on. I'm blanking on the host's name. It wasn't him on the guest's name. But he came on and gave this out. This isn't my play, but I'm going to trail it. After looking at it, I'm going to trail it. I apologize. I can't give a proper nod to this, but I think it's a good play. The number opened up at 237.5. It's down to 235 for Denver at Boston. Look, Boston is an over team at home, 16-13. Denver is an over team this year, 36-24. But when these two teams play, it's like a playoff game. And Boston, coming off of the awful defensive performance they had against Cleveland, I think Boston's going to play solid defense tonight. I think they're going to lock down defensively. No Porzingis and no Drew Holiday, which is huge, obviously, for Boston. But these teams played one time this year in Denver, and the game went under by 7.5 points. It was 231.5, and the game went under, 118-106. Boston won the game. Denver very well could win this game. Denver's coming off of a win against Detroit. They snapped their 8-game winning streak. That was the same team that Boston lost to. They beat Detroit in Detroit. Boston lost to Detroit, only scored 97 points in that game. Denver scored 134 in that game. Jokic was ridiculous. Just absolutely. He's on a ridiculous tear. And Boston has no answer for him. None. I mean, that's a huge problem. I lean towards Denver to win this game. Boston's favored by 3. Don't really love that, but I'm just going to come in and bet the under. Under came in the first meeting. Boston, before the Cleveland game, which was just ridiculous, it went over by 6 points at 233, the 123-116 game. The 3 previous games all went under, and 2 of the 3 previous games there. So for Boston, 5 of the last 7 games have gone under. 3 of the last 4 games have gone under for Denver. I'm going to trail the guest on Sports Grid. I like the bet. I'm going to make it myself. Denver and Boston under 235. Here's a bonus play for you if you want. First quarter Jaylen Brown over points. Without Porzingis and without Holiday on the court, this has been a very consistent bet that's hit a lot. I think it's 6 out of 7 or 7 out of 8. That bet has come in. If you want a bonus play, that's not available right now. You got to bet it same game and only certain books, so I can't make it official, but an extra play. It should be 6.5 for Jaylen Brown, over 6.5 points in the first quarter. Bet that. Over 6.5 points if you want. Not official, but just an extra play. And then finally to college basketball. Look, I want to bet Wisconsin against and take the 4.5 points against Michigan State. I'm going to do it personally, not make it official, because betting against Tom Izzo is a stupid thing to do in March. It's January, February Izzo, so I can't justify telling you guys to do it, but I like Wisconsin plus 4.5. Instead, I'm going to take Michigan, laying 3. Michigan at home this year, 6-8. They are ice cold at the moment. They are 2-8 ATS over their last 10 games, but they're winning games. The number's 3. They've won by here. They lost to Michigan State by 13. But if you look from the 27th of January, they've won every game but 1. But they've won the games by the smallest of margins. They've won by 4-3, 4-3, 2-3, 3-2. Number's 3. What do they win by? Hopefully they win by 4. Illinois is a mess. They snapped a 3-game losing streak to Michigan State, Wisconsin, and Duke by beating up on Iowa by 20. But that doesn't fix Illinois in my mind, okay? They took on Duke in New York and got beat by 43. They played on the road against Wisconsin, and they lost by 21. They played at home to Michigan State, and they lost by 14. Michigan needs to keep pace with Michigan State. If Michigan State wins their game and beats Wisconsin, these two teams play next weekend for the Big Ten title. Huge game. Michigan is going to be scoreboard watching on this one. They play Maryland at home, and they end the year next weekend at Michigan State. Got to win to keep pace. I think Michigan does it and beats Illinois. I'll lay the 3 with Michigan -3 for 1.1 units. Okay, so that is a big card for today, but I like it. Boston, Denver, under 235 for 1.1 units. Michigan -3 at home against Illinois for 1.1 units. Grady Dick, points, rebounds, assists, over 15.5. Josh Giddey, points, rebounds, and assists, under 35.5. And Tyler Hero, points, rebounds, and assists, under 37.5 for a Sunday. Let's hopefully close out the week strong and have a winning week. And then I'll do some accounting as to how we did in February. We won in January. Did we have a winning February? I'll do the math and tell you how we've done in the month of February coming up later in the week. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt every single morning. Wherever you guys get your podcasts, it is the Daily Juice.